Good morning, everybody. Sorry we're late. It's Nate's fault. He wasn't paying attention to tell me to pay attention to what time it was.
I'm the phone guy.
So we were having another Friday, just pretty much hanging out with the family flips. Anthony's hanging out in Disney, so he's not here, but he might be jumping in. Hopefully. I just got to see him with Fantasia Mickey, my favorite character. Got my, what do you call it, partner in crime, Nate with us, Joe and Jessica from the family flips, and lovely Destiny. So
you didn't forget me this time.
Yay!
Yay!
Not this time. I didn't want to get yelled at 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I won't forget. I won't forget again. I guarantee you that.
Bad, Tommy. Bad.
Right. So I don't really have any topic. I just figured we're just gonna kind of hang out and enjoy the morning, get ramped up and ready to motivate. After the show, we got to head out. We're going to pick up an aquarium with a stand and everything found on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
I know we are on a very strict time schedule today, so pretty much 10 o'clock, we have to say goodbye.
I'm a little, yeah.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Good morning, Anthony. Nate's going to run through here and tell us who our brownie point winner is for the day and welcome everybody in. He's filling in for Anthony on the good mornings. Hit it, Nate.
Hold on 1 second. My screen froze for a second. All right.
Did you write it down?
Yes, I did.
I got to pull it up here. Let me scroll up. So that my notifications keep clicking. There you go.
We are so out of sync this morning.
I'm sorry. We got Steven Scroggins here. He is the brownie point winner today. And second would be Grimes Funds. Good morning, Grimes. Sandollar, good morning.
Justin.
Good morning, Terry Picker. Just Me Kathy, good morning. Lisa C, how you doing?
It doesn't taste good with peanut
butter. Bronic Pest, good morning. Amy Marsden, good morning. If I butchered that, I apologize. I'm bad with pronunciation. Maria Lake, good morning. And we got Craig in the house. Good morning, Craig. Pittsburgh, what's up? He's in Disney. The family flips. How you doing? DC Sales, the master of the license plate. What's up? I got to get a license plate. Kelly, the Ecom on board. She's close to 200 subs. Whoever isn't subbed to her, please go check her out. She's awesome with Amazon information, and let's get her some love. A couple of pickers in the house. They were with Anthony yesterday.
No yeah.
A couple of pickers. Rob and Lisa. They do a lot of live shows. Very cool couple. And we have Michelle Latham. Good morning.
Yes, Michelle.
Yes. We're almost done.
Anthony's getting on a roller coaster now. You should jump in here live on the roller coaster.
Why would you get on a roller coaster?
Because it's hard.
Why would you get on a roller coaster?
That's what I'm saying.
So here's the thing. I'm the anxiety one that's don't do anything for the business. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's jump. But when it comes to actual things like roller coasters, I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, no.
I can't watch suspenseful movies without walking around or doing laundry.
So one time, listen, my brother and I, we were all on vacation. It was the first vacation that Joe had ever gone
I blacked out. I forgot.
You gave away the story.
I did.
No. My brother and I, we love roller coasters. We love doing stuff like that. It's so much fun. So we were at a water park, and there was this huge, I don't even remember which water park it was.
It was at
in
the Smoky Mountains.
It was like a resort.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was a what are the places that we always go to?
I don't know. It's some big hotel. I'll try and find it.
Well, yeah, but anyway, there's this huge slide, and it goes down. It's almost like a 90-degree drop, and then there's this big toilet bowl in the middle.
Back and forth.
Oh my God!
Yeah, and you do all this stuff anyway. So it's really dark when you're going down this pit of hell type thing that goes
all the way down.
It's crazy.
You see nothing at the end of the tunnel,
and then all of a sudden you're in this big light toilet bowl.
You get to it, and you it drops off.
Yeah,
and I was like,
no, listen. So Zach and my brother Zach and I we're going, and I look over, and Joe is like,
"I'm done."
Have you ever seen those things with the slingshot roller?
Oh, I love those things.
They're like this. You know,
I love
he
those
was
things.
like that. I was like, oh no, like I can't lift him. And Zach, my brother at the time, he was
just
smaller.
like,
And ever since then, I have never asked him to go on a roller coaster with me because I don't know what to do if he passes out.
Well, we got a story. Same water slide.
Same water slide.
And you can tell them that story. And then I got a pass out story on a ride.
Okay, so they weighed everybody at the top. They weighed everybody to see who was the biggest, and then second. What do? They put the biggest guy in front so that when we go down, he's pushing us. Okay, it's dark. And I'm screaming, Tommy, turn the lights on. Tommy, turn the lights on.
We had our kids under.
Yeah, the kids were on with us, okay? And the kids are laughing at me. He's like, I can't turn on any lights. All of a sudden, the drop. I screamed so loud, I blew my vocal cords.
And then, it has that drop. And the drop with the water and everything kind of created, it's like a 4-person tube
Yeah.
that you're in. You know? And when we hit that drop, it created like a suction in the hole of the tube. And our daughter is so skinny, she like sucked
Right
through. So she's riding through literally like with her toes touching her fingers.
And we're trying to lift her up.
I got her arm. I'm holding her arm because I'm thinking she's just going to go right out the bottom.
Yeah, and then what happens as we're doing this, because they put him at the head of it, we go all the way around like this and come down. Yeah, I couldn't talk for 2 years because I blew my vocal cords.
Yeah, it did. We went so far up that toilet bowl, it felt like we were just going to fall off and face plant at the bottom of it.
Yeah, never again will he get me on that ride.
Like, I don't know if I should like laugh or be like terrified. Like,
we laugh about it now, but we were terrified then.
Oh, he had to sleep on the couch in the hotel room. I was so mad at him for that. No, it wasn't his fault.
how dare you,
The
Tommy?
person that put us on the tube, but I blamed him.
Yeah, it was a wild ride. Then my pass out story was we went to Six Flags, and I'm not a roller coaster person either. I don't trust them. I don't like the sounds they make. None of that, so I just pretty much stay away from them. But we were there with a group of people. They wanted to go on this Superman roller coaster, and I don't do roller coasters, so I don't watch them. I don't see what they do. It's just not my thing, So, but we were in a group of people, and I didn't want to look like the wimp. So I'm like, all right, fine. I'll go on this roller coaster. And you go and you sit on it, and you're sitting, and it's just got like this thing that you sit on, and your feet are dangling. You're sitting in an upright position. The thing comes down, and all of a sudden, the roller coaster starts. The platform lowers. So right then, my heart's just going crazy. Like what's going on? Then you're sitting in an upright position, but then it tips you. And I don't do heights either. So now you're looking flat at the ground. I mean, you're bent over. You have no choice but to look down.
He was no longer Superman.
It goes out of like the platform station and starts just clicking up this hill. Tick, 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 tick. Ground's getting further and further away. And we go around the first curve, and it's a drop. And at the bottom of this drop, there's a curve, but there's also a pull. And it just looked like you were going to hit the pole. Last thing I remember was seeing that pole and then waking up on the platform with EMTs because I just passed out. I just went out. There was video of it. I was just limp swinging on that thing. There's no way.
I can understand your dislike for roller coasters.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. I like stuff that stays on the ground.
Yeah, but that water slide was not on the ground. That thing was nope.
Yeah, and our daughter, she wants roller coasters. She's all about roller coasters. I'm like, well, you better find somebody to go on with you because I ain't the one. Not my thing.
Never again.
How did Don get the roller coaster emojis?
I don't know. That's cool though.
That's cool.
All right, Nate, you gotta have some sort of story.
We got in the video.
I'm a scaredy cat, so I don't ride very many roller coasters or anything, especially anything that flips the beard upside down. That might damage the promise of my mane. No, I don't. I really don't have any good stories for roller coasters. To be honest, I don't ride too many of them. I ride like the okay ones are not too crazy, but anything that flips and spins, nah, I can't do it. I'm too
The
big to be in
teacups
there
are good
spinning
for
around.
you.
No, I mean I'll ride like the ones that are just like the normal ones that you're standing up, you're just sitting normal. But anything that has me like spinning and like literally upside down, like spinning like this or twirling, yeah, that ain't happening.
He's like,
I don't
nope,
blame you.
My
nope.
back would probably break. And then I'm a big guy, so I'm hanging. I gotta trust the work, the person that made this, and hopefully that it's designed to hold a 315-pound guy that's 6'3". So yeah, I'm not trusting that. I don't even like.
I guess I can understand that.
I don't even like. We have this like machine at work where it's a high pick machine, so it picks you up literally up in the air, and you're on this platform, and you wear this like bungee cord thing, like so if you fall, like it catches you and holds you. Yeah, I don't trust that either. I'm not going on that either.
I'll tell you. We live Wisconsin Dells, so we're like the water park capital of the U.S. So we got tons of different water parks right smack next door to each other, and everybody's like water slides. What it's a water slide. They're safe. There's water slides there that I won't go on, like that one that Jasmine went on. There's a water slide that's virtually you're not in a tube, you're nothing. You just go in there, they encase you in this capsule, you stand there, and then like they just shoot you straight down.
Oh, that
at
was,
Mount Olympus.
Yeah, no,
And
that's at Noah's Ark.
It's Mount Olympus.
Oh.
Either way, you're just standing there, and then the floor just opens up on you, and it drops you straight down. Like I forgot what it is, 4 stories, 5 stories, or something.
Yeah, see, I can't do that stuff. My
Forget
stomach
that.
would.
Ever since I had my last 2 babies, I get a lot more motion sickness. So it's not really a fear thing that I don't do as much anymore. I don't know if something changed or what, but even just sitting in the back of a car, like on a long trip, like I'll start getting motion sick, which I never used to have. So anytime I go on any kind of roller coasters, I just feel super nauseous. So I don't do it as much as I used to, but I still liked it when I did it. So.
I get the same thing though, like in the back of a car. I hate riding in the back of a car. It does nauseate me. Kind of makes my head feel almost drunky at times.
Yep, same.
And
you look up and like everything's all.
Yeah, and I don't understand because I can sit in the front seat and be fine. I can drive and be fine. And you would think that would induce more motion sickness because you're seeing more.
Well, I assume it's probably because in the back there's a lot less control. Like in the front, like the engine's up there, and so you're kind of like with the engine. But in the back, there's a lot more like turbulence and bumpiness. Like when you're sitting in the back.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe it is the lack of not seeing what's coming too.
But it doesn't matter.
That's what bothers me, I think.
Don't ask me to read anything. Don't ask me to put the music on where I have to look at my phone and I can't. I just get so sick.
It's almost like a claustrophobic type feeling.
Yeah.
It's weird.
You uploaded 2 videos today. We'll have to watch them.
But I'm real insecure in a vehicle anyways if I'm not driving. I just don't trust other people's driving. So I'm a nervous wreck to start with.
See my wife.
Yeah, hence why if he's in the car, I don't drive.
I'm okay with that because I don't really care much for driving.
She'll be like, "You're getting too close over here." I'm like, "I know. It's called the guardrail. It's not supposed to be close." It's just that like a different viewpoint that you have because you're sitting so close to that side. And I drive a little bit fast, but not like NASCAR fast or anything. But I drive fast. But she'll tell me, "You're getting close over here." I'm like, "It's all right, as long as we don't hit the wall, we're good."
Yep, that's true.
So
Maybe that's good for my anxiety, but it's true. We're okay. I'm just freaking out.
So like I say, today there's not really a topic, pretty much open forum. Probably do it like question and answer if anybody's got any questions for us or the Flips or Nate.
Well, Nate,
I think everybody in here kind of pretty much knows who you guys are already, but if not, you want to just kind of briefly give them a brief rundown? No. If you don't know Joe, Joe says if you don't know who he is, too bad.
you look so serious too. That's why Tommy was like, "No, oh, okay, I guess not," because he was like,
Like you.
Okay, well, don't ask Joe anything.
"Yeah,
His answer will be Google it.
Google it. Go to,
I tell Destiny that all the time. She'll ask me something, now is at a time where like I'm trying to focus or concentrate on something. I'm like, you have a computer, you have Google. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Hey, but Gen X Googles it. Millennials YouTube it.
Destiny didn't know how to Google. I had to teach her how to Google.
They YouTube it.
I didn't know how to use YouTube either. He had to teach me that too. I am not good with electronics.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
But
No.
Sierra Sales asked about niching specific stores across platforms, and Nate and her having a good conversation. And I don't know if you care to hear my 2 cents or not. Maybe.
Yeah.
well,
But
because we kind of have done that, so
yeah.
we could give you some."
Looking at every top seller, whether on eBay or Amazon, there is some type of niching down or up where you get more specialized and more focused the higher you go in sales, because it's just you become a subject matter expert in that area to where it's a lot easier for you to source. What the buying trends are for that specific category, or categories like it could be home goods, that the seasonal trends because you're in a specialized market. But if you sold in everything, you're probably not going to be able to be as aware of different trends and buying patterns that might exist, because the time that you have to really look at your data is going to go down, because there are inefficiencies that are created when you sell lots of different categories and items. So
She wants all the cents.
yes. So I recommend, at least, in the beginning, it's easy to be able to sell a broad category because you're learning and you have all these different things, right? And a lot of people, they say, well, to get more sales, you just list more stuff, so that you go and you just find as much stuff as you can that will bring the profit margins that you want. And then you just list it all. But it's like a shotgun approach where you're just like, the more stuff's out there. So yes, technically you will have more sales because you have more stuff out there, but could your money be used better elsewhere with specialized niches? Or a lot of people, where the big money is made, in my opinion, is in seasonal stuff. Like there are people that know the seasonal trends, so they will buy seasonal items to sell, because that's when those items sell the most, is during seasonal periods. But there's also, variables in there to consider. But in our experience, the more specialized you get a lot faster listing, you get a lot faster sourcing, which allows you to do a lot more with less time. So
It's good.
Yeah, we touched on some of what at the end of what you were talking about yesterday. Like I was talking about purchasing, like basically what, like for example, like when Christmas is over, buying the Christmas stuff at 90%, 75% off, and then just sitting on it, and then Valentine's Day comes and New Year's, and you just keep rolling with the punches. Now you need capital to do that, and you don't want to stunt your growth by putting too much of that out there to the point where you don't have any cash flow. But as you're making some profits and you're growing your business, just buy some, or buy what you can without killing your growth. Like maybe buy what your profits were for that month or whatever, that quarter, and just stash it away. And then you get to the point where now you're okay, now I have all the best stuff to sell after a year period, because you have all the seasons and all the stuff. That's it really, honestly, if someone wanted to get in and do this on the cheap and make a lot of money, that's the best thing to do. But you'd have to wait a year to start really, well, not a year, but maybe 8 months
Yeah,
till that first one comes back around to be able to start selling it again. So
yeah. You gotta have space and money.
yeah,
And people who
You can
have
store
space
it.
and money, they're making lots of money
Yeah.
yeah,
because it increases your buying power when you have so much more money.
Oh,
But
yeah.
also, like, if you're buying in bulk, like if you are sourcing and you have more specialized niche, you're able to purchase a lot more of the same item at the same time, which is probably going to increase the likelihood that you're going to be able to get those items for cheaper because you're the suppliers that you have or the places that you source are more likely to cut you a deal if you buy a lot of the same stuff. But granted, like retail arbitrage or thrifting and picking, that's going to kind of limit that. But like in bulk liquidation buying, that's where the buying power increases.
That's exactly why I want to go in that direction. I want to change up. I want to change up how I source, what I source, and try to get more. I have slow times, and like I said, it's
Yeah.
because of what I sell. Fourth quarter's slow for me. First quarter's my best because of what I sell, and then I slow down again in summer. So I need to find summer seasonal items that are going to sell in summer.
Right.
And then get more into the gifty type product for fourth quarter, which I don't currently do. So I need to do that. I want to eliminate now. Focus on after 4.5 years of data on where I'm going to not really have a slowdown period. I just got to find. I think eBay can be busy all year round if you're selling the right products. You just got to have the products in the right time with the right price.
Yeah.
So that's my goal for the next year. Plus, getting into Amazon. I don't know how deep I'm going to dive, but I want to get into it. But I figure I want to master eBay before I go full force at another platform.
Yeah.
That's smart.
And that's another thing that people will be like, sell on multiple platforms. I don't really, for me personally, I'm just going to walk through my process because I don't recommend it, because if you're not a subject matter expert in one platform and then you spread yourself across multiple platforms, that's just so much more time and energy that you have to focus on 3 things or 4 things that you couldn't focus before. Granted, there are tools that are being utilized now, like Vendu, some other things that are allowing the opportunity to be able to take advantage of and simplify things. But I wouldn't do it outside of that. I would stay, if you're going to do that, make sure you find tools that you can use. That's like when we were selling on Amazon, I forget the service that we were using, but we were paying out like $150 a month, but it would cross post all of the items that we listed on Amazon into our eBay store. It would import the photos that were there. So I don't know how you personally feel about using stock photos. I think it would just depend on you. Our chat went bye-bye. Sorry, I got distracted. But it would pull all those things in so that way it was taking care of the inventory management for us, to where if we sold it on eBay, then it would take the inventory down on Amazon and vice versa. And that was a great tool that we would use. But I would say, people who are actually manually listing everything, it would get very difficult. Whereas I bet if you would just, and I know why people do it, because a lot of it's I guess if you're making the decision out of strategy and not fear, it would be okay. But I see a lot of people, they're like, I'm not getting any sales. I'm afraid I'm not going to pay my bills. I'm not going to do this. So you react to the situation, and you try to list as many platforms as possible. So it's still that shotgun approach. Like, well, if I get it more in front of more people, then I'll get more sales, hopefully. But it still boils down to buying items that people are going to buy during the right periods of time.
Right.
Yeah, by buying those trends too. I mean, the not trends, but the seasonal stuff. You're gonna have the hottest, like basically like the hottest stuff too. So you're gonna be pushing a lot of sales, and you think about it like this. Like this is how I source sometimes. Or think about it in a sense of what do people buy all the time or need all the time. So if you're looking at like say Christmas stuff, what stuff do I use every day? Not just every once in a while, every day. Or what would I use every Christmas? Do I use a certain something on my door? Do I buy more lights? Do I buy Christmas cards? Do I buy this? So those are the items that, as soon as you get them, they're basically, it's like gold sitting in your house or in your warehouse or whatever that is just waiting to be, turned into
Right.
cash so quickly.
Money in the bank. You just
Yeah.
got to wait that 9-10 months to collect the interest on it.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be like a high interest, like it's almost like a high interest stock or bond that you're basically buying into, because that stuff is just going to fly off the shelves as soon as, September, October, then November, December is just going to go crazy for it.
And seasonal stuff is ridiculously inflated. Like it's just prices that you're paying for the amount of work and labor and materials. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So if you can hold on to it, like you can really do
Like
work.
I bought stuff for, I think last year for like a quarter, and I was selling it for $10. Like a quarter. I mean, I'll stash 1,000 quarters in my basement, and to make each of them $10, even after fees and all that, it's still an amazing turnaround. For if you think about it, like like I said, about like a 8-month holding period or whatever. But that is where I'm going to focus in, like the Christmas lights, the cards, stuff like that, and just set it aside. Like I said, don't go crazy to the point where now I'm basically waiting for eBay or Amazon to send me money to source again or whatever, and it's not my business. But add that to my next year is going to be like, holy cow, like where did I get all these sales from? And then you're like, oh yeah, that was from the Christmas stuff, or that was from New Year's, or that was from Valentine's Day. So
yeah. And I'm gonna put something out there. We all, as resellers, we are able to do what we do because the consumeristic nature of our culture. Like we buy way too much stuff, in my opinion. The data says that like the average American spends 1.5% more per year than what they make. So like these trends, these buying trends, they cannot continue. Like there is going to be at some point in time, there will be a recession. There will be that because our economy cannot sustain the current buying trends with, well, like we're very much a credit card culture. So like, how do you, like we have a 5-year really plan that we've talked about. We haven't really got the nitty gritty of how we're going to get there and how we're going to make the transition. But when people are in recession, like they're still going to buy things. They're still going to do online shopping. They're still going to do those things. But what are the things they're going to buy? Like what are the things that people are going to buy that they are going to need all the time? And those are the items really, like for any business person, like if you're going to recession proof your business, like at some point it's going to have to be items that people need. Right. Not that they want, but that they need, because people don't need a new cell phone every month or every 2 months. Like granted, the cell phones that we sell, they're strategic in that it's for a specific group of people that don't have a lot of money. Like they're $30, $40, $50 cell phones. Like we don't sell the expensive cell phones purposely because people can afford these. If they break their $200 phone or $1,000 phone, like, oh, I don't have a lot of money, so like I can go and buy this $50 phone for it. But like just the point of recession proofing your business, like you should really think about it, because we can't continue the trend.
I mean, people on the chat are talking about toilet paper, and yeah, that's totally accurate. It's going to be hard to ship something that big, but think about cleaning products, soap, things that are replenishable, things that people are going to need to buy on a consistent basis. Like,
exactly.
There's some things that you can buy that people do need, but they don't need to be replaced as often. Can you find some things that people would need to buy every 1 to 2 months that you can keep on hand that you can easily ship? That's a really great way to recession proof your business, because people are going to be buying that anyway.
I'm gonna give an example. Destiny picked these up. She got a bulk lot of them. they outsell anything in my store. I've had return customers on it, and it's as simple as compression socks. People need them. There's people that have to have them, to deal with their swelling and stuff. And these will sell now, and these will sell in a recession because people have to have them.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is something that'd be great to have on hand. But Joe and I, we'd like to try and find, we're in the process of trying to find, 10 or so replenishable items that we can keep on hand to be able to sell, especially when recession occurs.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to strike fear in anybody.
Oh, I'm scared.
But it's something to think about. Like, somebody has to think about it. Like, I know a lot of times we get in our trenches and we just focus on what's in front of us, just trying to survive and trying to pay bills. But like, you have to be aware of forecasts and trends, and like the markers are there for the retail or for the real estate market to tumble, because the same patterns of behavior that existed before the last real estate crash are present and are even more than what they were then. So like, things have to change. And I feel like, as the middle class, like the middle class in America is getting smaller and smaller. There's really, at the current trends, in like 20 years, there's going to be two classes of people. There's going to be the wealthy class and the peasants or the poor people. It's just the way things are going. So people long term, like, they're going to want items. Like, I see the market for used items increasing more and more just because of the value of new items and how much people have to spend on things. So like, either new items are going to have to be incredibly cheaper, or there's going to be a larger market for used items because it's going to be what people can afford. But plus also, you've got the millennial generation who's very minimalistic in nature, that at some point in time, like the next 10, 15 years, they're going to be the majority of the buying power. Like, the millennials are just now coming to the point to where they're buying houses. They're at that age now to where they're not just buying stuff to buy stuff.
Right.
So like, things are changing. So, and that's something to think about. Like Gen X and the baby boomers just buy all kinds of crazy stuff. And Gen X kind of does the same thing because they work hard, play hard. So they buy a lot of toys. They buy a lot of gadgets. Is it gadgets a word?
Gadgets is, well, it's gadgets and gadgets.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think you actually say gadgets on its own. You say gadgets in conjunction with gadgets. So,
just my opinion.
We do a lot of research. I don't know if y'all can tell, but we like to put things together and then test it and see if it makes sense, and then we come up with all these things. So there you go, for you, for free, because we love you.
Yeah,
and you gotta do your research, and you gotta do your own research. You can watch us, you can watch everybody else that's on YouTube, but you still gotta do your research on your own and come up with your own conclusions, because otherwise, if you go by what somebody else says, that could be wrong. What if they're wrong? So then you could say, well, I failed because I tried it their way and it didn't work. There's nothing wrong with listening to how different people do it, but you got to do your own research and interpret what's going to work best for you, so you are in control. And if it doesn't work, you're the only one you can blame, really.
Like, for example, I had someone comment on one of my videos last night, and it was a link to one of their videos, and it shows people selling used stuff on Amazon. And basically, I don't know if he was calling me out or what he was doing, but he was basically saying that retail arbitrage isn't the best idea for Amazon buying new and reselling, which I would say that's definitely false. But because the person going to Amazon, they usually are buying new stuff. Now 99% of the time, they're probably buying new stuff or gently damaged new goods or whatever.
Yeah. When we were, sorry, go ahead. I interrupt you. I apologize.
That's okay. It's so they were going at like thrift stores and stuff, showing like all these high dollar items. Like, that's available. They can do that, but that's not the majority of the people that are shopping on the platform are looking for a used collector's item that they're putting on there or whatever. But it is something in a good viable way of making income or whatever. So,
But at the same time, it is a good option because millennials don't go to eBay; they go to Amazon.
Right.
Like when we were selling at Amazon, we were selling everything as used, and we were selling thousands of dollars a week used items on Amazon. So like there is a huge market on Amazon for used goods, but people don't. It's hard. Like Amazon doesn't want to be known for that, so they kind of make it harder. But
right.
it's still a viable. And I don't know exactly what was said, but it's still like selling used goods. I would say it'd be dangerous going to thrift stores and buying used goods and selling on Amazon because it's showing a receipt and this and that. Like
Right.
it's dangerous. It's not something that I would advise people to do, but you can make lots of money doing it.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know that you can, and I know that it's a viable option. But considering we are still banned from Amazon, I would never recommend that somebody do it because we were selling, items that we couldn't verify where we got the items from because we bought them off liquidation ballots.
Right.
I'm not, I would never suggest it, but it is possible. Oh, I lost my range.
Yeah, like the person just dropped a link basically on one of my comments for an RA video, and I don't know if they were just trying to get exposure or what the situation was, but
Who knows?
We
I
get
just
stuff like that too.
yeah,
Why?
I just told him like then like you said, I look at the data and I look how Amazon works. They're pushing brand new items because the customer is going to be more satisfied with a new item 9 out of 10 times, even though the only thing would be price wise. Okay, it's going to be a good item, but maybe have a little box damage. But they rather give that perfect item or have a chance for that perfect item to hit the customer because that's what the customer wants when that's what they expect when they purchase it. So like they don't push used unless like used is like the only thing on the listing, or the price is like so low that it would actually be in the buy box. So as a person who wants people to do well, I am on Amazon and everything else because of that data. That's why I always and this is stuff that I do. I go retail arbitrage and I'm buying stuff brand new and I'm sending it in as brand new because that's what Amazon wants. They want basically brand new items. But you can sell used stuff. I don't want people to think that they can't, but just make sure, like you guys said, you have to have the receipts and
But
make
at
sure
some
everything's
point,
legit.
Amazon, I feel like, will push back on that because technically the chain of custody has been broken.
Right.
And I feel like with the more exposure that, you got Rizzy Resell's video, Chris Anderson interview on CBS that came out recently, and then other exposures, it's becoming more mainstream, especially when you got Gary Vee talking about flipping all the time. Like at some point, Amazon's going to change their things to appear as though they are doing things to prevent it. But at the same time, Amazon doesn't want to because why would they? They've got all these minions who are going out there buying stuff from the stores and bringing it to their warehouse themselves so that they don't have to. And but like some things will change. I feel like, I don't know, this is my opinion. I feel like the best thing that would happen to retail if Amazon stumbled and another online marketplace was able to improve tremendously. I feel like it would be a better experience for everybody because Amazon, at the end of the day, they don't really.
They don't have competition.
They don't have any competition.
Right.
So like they don't really have to take care of sellers. Buyers they'll try and take care of, but the sellers they really don't have to that much, which is the backbone of the company. But at the same time, with the way that they're doing business, they're pushing more and more sellers out, and they're making the product themselves and cutting out the middle people in essence more and more. So like I don't know, I feel like it'd be best if Amazon took a big stumble or they got hit with some I forget what was it when Microsoft like
Monopoly?
Huh?
Yeah, the Monopoly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is some talk that or there might be some type of monopoly going on with the government when Amazon, like they're going after them sort of. So they're trying to basically look into seeing if they have to break up the company or not, and like competition is the best for business and for the consumer and everyone because now you have somebody, and it would be best for us. Like, I agree. Like, I hope Amazon doesn't stumble, but I hope somebody pops in and, you know, kind of battles them out, because not only that, like you said, like if Amazon, you know, keeps growing, they're going to be the only dog left in the show, and they're going to be having all the power, versus now I have another platform I can go to, and I can go against Amazon, you know. So
Yeah. So
no, I agree. I agree 100%.
earlier, Lisa asked about liquidation.com. We have purchased from liquidation.com many pallets. We've had some good experiences. We've had some not so good experiences. We've had good and bad experiences with just about every pallet liquidator that we purchased pallets from. I think it's more about personal experience with how you experienced it, where your emotions were at, how much money was lost, how willing they were to work with you individually during those times. So like, I know you were asking about our opinion about liquidation.com. It's a viable way to purchase pallets to where you can make money at. They have issues just like anybody has issues. We always prefer smaller liquidators that aren't really they're not, when you Google them, they're not the paid advertising ones. They're like local places that don't really advertise. There's a lot of those that are out there that we've had our luck with them more because of the personal relationship that you can build with the individual sales people from those companies, because that's where, especially like for us, since we can't drive anywhere, I mean, we could, but it's a long drive. That's where a lot of the good deals can come from, is through that relationship building, to where they know what you're looking for, so that they can recommend and they can find specific pallets, or when they get them in, they could say, hey, I've got this pallet in. I know that you like these items. This pallet has a lot of those. So
I need to remember to make that list of questions for you guys. I told you guys once that I was going to do that. So I'm going to make sure that I do that, so you guys can start building relationships with these liquidators out there. I think that is a big deal. And, you know, it's not necessarily about being lucky. There are some I know that there's videos out there. I know I've posted a couple of videos about like what to look for when you're shopping for, you know, pallets and things like that. There are things that you can do to lower the risk, but it's just not a guarantee. And so every time oh, it's so loud. Sorry, Joe's phone's going crazy.
somebody bought something.
That's a good crazy. But you know, I'm just saying, like, having conversations with actual people instead of just the one or two pictures that are on the thing that aren't even really that great.
Two pictures. It's always two pictures.
I mean, I've seen pallets that have like two pictures and the box is closed, so you can't even see inside. You know, so this is when, like, building those relationships, having those, you know, I know it's a little nerve-wracking for some people, but I think it's really important if you want to.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
But yes, so that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that there's always going to be a risk with anything related to pallet flipping, but I think that a big part of it is having conversations. And who are you telling to be quiet? Google. Yes. So I'm not saying that liquidation.com is not good. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you'll never have a bad experience with liquidation.com. I'm just saying that, you know, do your due diligence, do your research, talk to people. And I will come up with those questions for you guys. I will have that. And I'll give them to Tommy so he can give them to whoever needs.
Now, liquidation.com, unless I'm confusing it with a different company, aren't they more of a broker for different people that are liquidating things?
Kind of. But so is direct liquidation and B stock. Sorry. Let me turn that off for you guys.
I look at B stock a lot, and you know, with their I don't know how it exactly works with them, but like the Walmart liquidations and the Home Depot liquidations that all kind of run through B stock. I look through them because they have one of their liquidators are fairly close to me, so shipping would be cheap. You know,
I don't like that location. The one in Wisconsin.
You know, it's actually the the one in Wisconsin doesn't come up with a lot of stuff for me. The one that I always look at is right in Indiana, which isn't that
Okay.
far.
There's a bunch in Plainfield and Garfield, Indiana.
Yeah, those are the ones that I'm usually looking at. I mean, I did have one. We had one that was just up in Plover, which is literally I could have picked it up. It was 45 minutes from us, and I don't know what happened. I think I forgot about it. Like it was an auction pallet,
Yeah.
and forgot about it. We got busy or something, and I missed it. And it went cheap too, and it was all brand new merchandise. It was shelf fulls, and
Oh yeah, nice.
yeah, and it wasn't even like it was seasonal shelf fulls. It was just general.
Everyday.
There was
things.
toys, health and beauty. There was
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff, and I kicked myself in the butt. So now I actually put in when auctions are going to be ending about an hour before. I put it in my little digital calendar here with an alarm to tell me, "Hey, check this auction." Yeah, glad I did. I got a wave. Anthony was seeing the Fantasia Mickey, and Mickey Mouse waved to the bargain effect on live on Anthony's stream. That was so cool.
That's funny. Scott, are you selling used items or are you selling new items on your own website? He made a comment about selling more on his own website, and which I recommend. It's more costly to get set up. There's different like with Shopify, they have an extension that you can download that will import your eBay listings into Shopify. But the only confusing part that I have found that I have to do a little more work on is in relation to the item description, because Shopify is really set up for only new items. So you have to put some specific verbiage in the item description in your eBay field so that when it imports it into Shopify, like the top line in the Shopify description shows that this item is used and it's in this condition. So, but it is free. You could do that. Shopify, it's something you have to pay for, but it's something that you could do. So, and that's, I mean, with Scott, for something that you do, I would recommend doing it because,
For sure.
I mean, especially with Facebook ads and all of that, like it's a no-brainer to do. Plus, they're your own customers; they're not Amazon or eBay's customers. Lisa, where do you live? I don't know if you're comfortable answering on air. Like, what state? I think maybe you're on the East Coast somewhere. I can't remember.
See, as it sells daydreams about liquidation trucks, like most women daydream about spawning. That is me too. I'm like that. I was actually like, Joe and I were actually kind of having like this little mini daydream of like setting up like a flea market where we could get other like booths in there and
Like
then,
a reseller collective.
yeah, type thing. And I don't know. We were just doing something. We were just talking about that.
It got me thinking. We've talked about it before, but then Blake was talking about it on his live stream. I guess yesterday, Walter Blake, WBK Ultra, was talking about a similar idea. So it kind of re-sparked the idea in me. And like a big part of what we would like to do with it is just be able to buy truckloads, but kind of have like a collective, almost like a flea market. People would have their own booths or areas that they would have.
And then we could teach them how to resell.
Teach them how to resell and kind of have workshops and stuff there. So
That's cool, Scott.
Yep.
He's got 8 trademarks in our brand. Oh, I missed it. Brand verified with Amazon. That's cool.
Stuart, Florida. I don't know where. I'll have to look at that, Lisa, and see if I can't find some liquidators in Florida. I know there are some that you can go to that you could probably get some pretty good deals. Especially if you're in South Florida, then you're going to want to buy local because unless you order from bulk. But I know what's that Amazon picker, the people in St. Louis?
Oh, St. Louis. Are they? Is it the girl, the lady?
Yeah.
Hooked on
Pickin'. I don't know if y'all have seen her channel. She does lots of unboxing. They buy lots and lots of goods. They do lots of bulk. Like if you want to know about particular pouch from like bulk or liquidation or direct liquidation, they buy a lot of pallets. And you can get a good idea of different stuff if you watch their channel, but it's hooked on picking.
Yep.
So awesome. Yeah, at least there's some places down there that I know of. I think we're friends on Facebook. I'll get them to you. I'll look. If we're not friends, I'll try and find you. But there's some places that I know of down that area that you might, if you may have already found them, I don't know.
I just went over and subscribed, Hooked on Pick, and I'm looking at their videos, and I dropped their link in chat too to make it easy for people.
Awesome.
Hey, appreciate that. That's awesome. Yeah.
So I'm gonna check them out. I love the pallet unboxing and
Yeah, she does a lot of videos with that.
Yeah.
She even was able to pick up some inventory from the warehouse, which they were at the time when she did the video. It was like a special thing that they did for her because they didn't let people pick up stuff with their own trucks and stuff like that. So they let her do it. They interviewed the people in the warehouse, how they come up with the pallets and all types of stuff like that. So yeah, I've seen that video. I watched that. She, if you want to do anything liquidation, she really breaks it down with, I think it's bulk.com she does with, I think. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So
Destiny just pointed out, we're scrolling through the videos, and Destiny pointed out, we watched her before where she was unboxing a bulk pallet in her carport 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now she has
it must have hit the algorithm because I wasn't subscribed to her 2 years ago, but it popped up and I was watching it. That's weird. That's crazy.
And you were subscribed to her.
I was subscribed to her. I don't know how I got unsubscribed because I didn't subscribe to that pallet. But that particular video has 915,000 views.
Yeah. It was a fun box too.
It's crazy. Like when you think about, like, it's almost got 1 million views. So that video has made her probably 12, 13, 14,000 bucks.
Crazy.
Just the video off of one pallet. The pallet probably cost her $600. So like when you get that many subscribers and you get videos like,
and it's a 15-minute video. It's only a 15 minutes.
You can.
And the reason why I remember is because I made the comment, wow, she is short just like I am, and trying to watch her get into that box was like
having a balance on the edge.
Right, I was like, oh, that's what I would look like if I did that. Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making money like that, you can almost buy the pallets in the Goodwill and just make the money on the videos. I'd be buying them by the barge. You know what I mean? I just tell them back right up, and I'd unload it by hand if I had to make that much money.
I mean, you have to, ultimately, like it'd be dumb not to. If you're making that much money per video,
right?
It'd be stupid not to.
Okay, Eric thinks that Tommy posts his own link. What you have to do is you actually have to hover over the link. You might have hit the 3 buttons instead.
Yeah.
It's kind of tricky sometimes in chat, especially if you're on your phone.
Yeah, I just checked it. It goes to Hook on Pickens page.
Because I've looked at a lot of pallets on bulk, and I can't remember the other website I use. I find the profits to be, when I'm comping, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong pallets, but I find them to be very, minimal profits on them. You know what I mean? Where I'm spending, say $500, and then because of the shipping is what kills, the whole situation. That's why, like, I always talk about buying power. Like, I want to get, like, say me, Anthony, possibly like Suburban Beard and my Flippin Life. We're all from like sort of the same area. And if we could buy like a trailer full of product, I mean, we would get pallets for a lot cheaper. Then, the profit, we would make the profits based on basically what we save on shipping, because the shipping cost more one pallet is like, I think $200 per pallet or something like that, $200-300. So it's tough. But I mean, if you find some stuff like now after Christmas, you'll see a lot of Christmas stuff. And I
Yeah.
always look at it like, oh, this is junk. Now I have a different view of it because I'm starting to think of the whole, stash away situation. So,
And that's why when I'm looking at the liquidation, I sort it by distance, so the closest ones come up first because, I got a trailer that I can go grab if it's within driving distance. Even I'll travel 2.5, 3 hours if it's going to save me, a few $100s in shipping, because I can go grab 4 pallets at a time.
yeah, depending on the site, they either do a flat rate or you might be able to negotiate a better rate.
Yep.
But it's mostly like a flat rate that they already have set up with their own, deals with other companies, and they just, to make it easier to sell that pallet, they just do a flat rate, no matter if you live a block away or 1,000 miles away.
Right.
But that's the only thing that's kind of had me like at this kind of standstill with pallets, where I'm like, I'm not really gonna look at them right now. Maybe if I was full time, I'd look at all types of different venues, but that would be the one reason why I haven't pulled any trigger, because I even looked at the cases where they'd reduce the shipping or the price down to like 60%, and there's a little more money there, but the inventory is a little, it would be inventory that I feel that would sit on the shelf a lot longer. It's not in high demand.
Just showing that Anthony Pittsburgh is checking in here. Scissors totally drenched.
He's waiting for Jabaka. He got a full body Nate beard. You gotta tell him to get some lion tamer in there. Tell Jabaka you better lion tamer it up.
I just shared a link in the chat. It's for a video I did earlier this year for a product sourcing 101 group. They're kind of like a collective where they have a lot of different liquidators that are representative there. Granted, they pay, I don't know how much these people pay, but I know that Rob and his wife, they develop relationships with these different liquidators, and they offer a lot of good things. There's a lot of deals that run on that product sourcing 101 group. But in the group, there's lots of different tools. Like if you're looking for a liquidator in your state, they have a spreadsheet of liquidators for the different states. So if you haven't, in the video is the description up top, so you can go to it. I'm not posting the video for you to watch the video. You can if you want to. It's mainly just so that you can get that description or that link to the Facebook group. But they're a good group. They're good people. They're very helpful. I do also know that they have like a paid membership that you can do to where you have access to, I don't know, thousands of reviews that people have done for the different liquidators that are out there. So like if you want to know what liquidators are saying, or what pallet flippers are saying about these different liquidators, then you might want to look at getting that membership because there's lots of useful reviews that are in there. But if you're serious about pallet liquidation, you want to know more about it, you got questions, that group will help you out. So, like, anybody got any questions for us? Because we're on a time crunch today, so we're fixing to have to get off. But if anybody has one or two questions, we'd be happy to answer those before we get off.
Yeah, we currently got our flea market booth. We've got all the fixtures and everything in there, but we got to price everything and get it in there. Hopefully have it done by this afternoon so that we will be set up by the weekend. So pretty stoked, kind of nervous. If any of y'all got tips on flea market booths, we will gladly take them because we are not really quite sure what we're doing. So we'll see.
See, we had a flea market booth for 2 years, but we had like the weekend flea market booth. We actually had to attend, be there, sell spend the days there, and we ended up giving that up because it was so time consuming.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it otherwise. If we had to be there, I wouldn't do it. But I don't mind. And
I mean, we do Facebook sales anyway, so we can plan it and time it where we can integrate how we sell on Facebook Marketplace with the flea market. that's kind of what we're working with. Restocking after the weekend and before the weekend. So we're kind of trying to figure all that out.
Yeah, our goal is to do $1,000. If we can start doing $1,000 a month, that will buy a pallet, a particular pallet that we want. That would keep it stocked every month by far, and would give us lots. I mean, it would probably. They've got these Amazon small box pallets, but they got the new ones that are 6 feet tall. That there's probably about 1,500 items on them that you can get for about $900. That we would stock about 70% of that pallet would go in the flea market booth that we'd sell for like $2, and then the other 30% we would sell on eBay. But there's so much money in those pallets; it's crazy how much money is in those. But it's so much stuff. It's so much stuff. So if the flea market booth works and we can sell those items and buy one each month, like it could easily be like a $4,000 or $5,000 profit extra per month just from the one pallet.
That's nice. That's real nice. See, we have a couple of those places. They don't call them like flea markets or whatever. What do they call them? Like they call them antique malls, even though there's people in there not selling antiques.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, but I'd love to do something like that, but they're too far from us. I mean, I think the closest one is like an hour.
Well, we had that one on Main Street in Friendship.
Not that one. That one's
they called it. Well, they called it an indoor market.
Yeah, and they closed. So
they closed because.
But there's a town. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from us. They have 3 of them. We just went through that Greenville or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And they have 3 of them, but that's quite far to run and constantly check your stock.
Princeton.
I wish they had a closer one. Now, after we move into the area that we're looking to, then it would only be like 25 minutes away, which would definitely be worthwhile to run over there twice a week or something.
Yeah.
Reseller King and us are going to be neighbors.
Where are you?
Oh, yep.
We're in Arkansas. You probably don't want to say in chat.
maybe not. I don't know.
Central Arkansas or like Northwest? I don't know where else you'd want to move. In
That's
Arkansas.
pretty much it.
Where Arkansas has high-speed internet.
I mean,
three houses down has high-speed internet. On the other side of the main road, they've got high speed.
I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, but
that's crazy.
Reseller Man and Reseller King are my lame friends. I know you guys have seen it. People are like, "You're not lame." No. I'm like, just trust me. Like they don't mean it like that. I was on a live video and I was making a joke and then it just stuck. So now we're just lame friends and everybody's allowed to be a lame-o. You can be a self-professed lame-o and we're all lame together.
Right?
Yay!
I'm not lame.
I'm lame.
Have you
proud of it?
Have you seen me and talked to me? Like I'm not lame. Anyways, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate you. We appreciate y'all being here.
Joe, I do got one question for you.
Yes.
I am trying to find this liquidator list in that group. I was actually part of the group. Didn't even realize it. I had my notifications just set on default, so I wasn't seeing much from it. But I can't find the list in their files. Do you know what it's called?
He's looking it up. Let's see if he can find it real quick.
They may have changed it since the units. I know it's on their. Let's see.
I mean, looks like they have a lot of good information.
Maybe they moved to their website or files. Let's see, files. And maybe the PS 101 community partner list PDF.
In files, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't pull it up.
Look up in files.
Yeah, I'm there.
Where it says PS 101 partner category list.
Yep. Okay.
And then I think that breaks it down into different categories and then states. If not, then check out productsourcing101.com.
Okay.
And they've got lots of information there too. and we're going to be featured in their 2020. They have a liquidation guide that they do. It's pretty good guide, but we're going to be featured in that this next year. And I don't know why I'm typing it there. I don't know what I'm doing. I was talking about texting. I got distracted. I can't multitask.
I get like that. I get so focused on something and then I lose where I was at.
Yes.
So I understand it.
But I guess that's it. Anybody got any other questions?
Thank you for coming.
Always. I enjoy having you guys on Fridays. Now I look forward to the Friday show.
Oh, we have fun. I enjoy it. It's always fun to connect and learn and glean from everyone. So we love it. Thanks for having us.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I hope everyone's sales this weekends are good. And that it's good for everybody. Everybody needs sales.
Yeah, eBay's been holding its own lately.
Oh, are you sure though? eBay's not broken?
Hey, I don't know. Like,
I'm gonna get them fired up before you guys leave.
it's weird. eBay is so sporadic.
You know us.
When was it? Was today Friday? Yesterday was crickets for us. We did like $400, and that's crickets for us. And then like on Tuesday, we did over $1,000 in sales between our stores. And then Wednesday was, but like Thursday, then it was like nobody bought anything yesterday. I mean, I did have a direct sale. I've got buyers that they'll look on eBay, tell me what they want, and then we'll negotiate. So I did have like a $350 sale from a direct buyer yesterday, but on eBay, it was pretty silent yesterday on eBay for us, which is weird. But today, I think we've done like $200-300 already. So it's weird. It's weird. It's no rhyme or reason. No rhyme or reason.
Oh, that's retail. That happens. Yeah. I mean, when I worked in retail, we had random, really slow days too.
Yeah. Reseller. Oh, yeah. Blame Tommy. Just blame Tommy.
On sale.
I'll take it.
We were sitting in the parking lot at the grocery store watching you guys, and I literally thought I was laughing so hard I thought I was gonna pee myself.
People were going in the store like they're parking next to us, and they're looking at us because we're just sitting there in the truck, just sitting,
laughing,
staring at something, and we come out of the store and we're still sitting there just staring at something. They're probably wondering like,
what was wrong with us?
And we live in a pretty drug infested town, and a lot of people OD in that parking lot, and I think a lot of people man, these people are just doing drugs in their car or what?
Yeah.
So I was like, we got to go to the store before we get like a lighter.
They call the cops on you.
Yeah. Blame it on YouTube, Reseller King. Just blame all the YouTubers who make videos about what to buy. And saturate the market.
Nate did it.
And then you've got all this stuff that's overpriced, and then they just teach you what's sold. They don't teach you how to price things or how to take good pictures or how to make good descriptions or any of that. Just blame it on the YouTubers, Reseller King.
Hashtag Tommy's fault.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm going to start using that. I'm going to make a shirt. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that hashtag go out there viral.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Anyways, we're out of here. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good weekend. Be blessed.
You too. There we go.
All right, I got to run back upstairs and check on the kiddos. Make sure they got their stuff and they're ready because we got to go after.
Yeah, we'll probably shut it down here in, 15 minutes or so because, we got to run. Go get that aquarium.
Bye, everybody. Much love.
Bye, Des. Yeah, I got 3 orders on eBay going on. I sold that this dog figure, $27.77 plus shipping. I bought for $3 at a estate sale. I have a Star Wars. I have a Star Wars Imperial TIE Fighter. That was one of those retro from Kenner, new in the box for $35. And I I sold 2 vintage. They're like the Campbell Soup, like holiday vehicles. And I had my first merch sale. D from Flippin Particles purchased a mug. So D, thank you very much. And why have you on my mind? I will also plug your show because I always forget. Everyone check out D 12 o'clock Eastern. She has a great show. I'll actually be hanging out there because I'll actually be home for once and can actually sit and chat and talk and everything like that. So you will see the beard and chat. But my sales on eBay have been kicking up. I had to kick back a sale just because it turned off, I guess, this morning because I set it that way for some odd reason. Usually I have it end at midnight or whatever, and it randomly ended it like in the middle of the morning. So I had to turn back on because I had a bunch of offers like just pop up this morning. So there's some interest in more of my stuff. So hopefully some more people are purchasing some stuff on for Christmas.
See, I showed these compression socks earlier. Since I showed them, I sold 2 on Macari to 2 different people and 1 on eBay.
Really?
Yep.
How many of those did you have?
Well, as fast as they're selling, I'll probably be out by early week next week. That's why I'm sharing it, because I know I'll run out before people are going to run out and buy it and get it listed.
Yeah,
But this wasn't a retail arbitrage. We actually picked these up at a rummage sale, and we picked up 2. I forgot a whole crap ton of them, and it came out to $0.25 a piece. And I'm selling them. What the heck am I selling them for? $12 plus shipping, which is first class shipping.
Jenny asked where my merch is. It's on eBay, or you can message me on my Facebook page. If you message me on my Facebook page, it'll be 10% cheaper than it would be on eBay because I'll just pass the eBay savings along. But I'll pass my link out in chat here so everyone, if they want to check it out. I got 4 different things in there. I have a color changing mug, I have a regular coffee mug, and then I have a t-shirt and a hoodie. And then I'm going to get some stickers made up here shortly. I'll probably get that done today. I'll have Tommy make a bunch of those so I can start putting them in orders and stuff. And can you do business cards too, Tommy?
You know, I can do business cards, but I'll tell you, it'd be cheaper for you to go through Vistaprint. Vistaprint's going to be able to give you a lot better deal than I can. Even if I said, oh, I only want to make pennies on it, I still can't beat the cost for me. The only reason I do my own business cards is because when I see like the business card paper at like the thrift stores and stuff like that, I grab it up. But to actually try to produce them for somebody, I can't do it profitably and still give you a good price. So Vistaprint I find to be the best for business cards.
Yeah, I got to get some done because I want to, like we were talking about yesterday, just passing out your business card and getting some connections in, the local area scene, and possibly, if I'm out like at a garage sale and I know this guy or somebody has a collection or something, he just doesn't want to get rid of it right now, I'm able to pass my card over and get those just get those contacts, and it just looks better, you know what I mean? Like, I know someone would be like, yeah, I want to they want to buy like a couple grand worth of inventory, but they don't have like a business card, or they make it sound like they're just a business, but they don't seem business like. It's going to make me worry.
Right. And I hand out cards to everybody I meet, even if it's not reseller related, and I know probably realistically 80% of them cards hit a garbage can. But, it's that small percentage that makes it worthwhile, that pay for the cards over and over, So yeah, you want to do that. Just get it out there. I think a card does show that you're a serious buyer. You're not just some dude in your basement saying, "Hey, I'm looking for some stuff to buy."
Yeah, I don't want to make it seem like I gotta a bang bang in my beard or something, and I'm gonna go and rob somebody. I want to look very professional, and because
You know,
I do run a
and
business.
that's why we did the vinyl and put the bargain effect on the truck. On my Explorer. Actually, it's not a great looking truck. I mean, it looks all right. It's not horrible. It's not a ghetto vehicle or nothing, but it's
Right.
got some surface rust and stuff. But I think it looks when I'm going to talk to somebody about buying stuff in bulk, especially if it might be somebody I might buy from repetitively. It looks more professional if I have branding on my vehicle and hand them the same branded business card and wear branded merch. It's like, wow, okay, this dude's really a business.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that's exactly. I want to. Instead of this being just like a side hustle, I really want to make it feel, look, and be a business. You know what I mean? And the only
oh,
way
yeah.
I could do that is just by doing things like this and putting the money out there for business cards. And I'm gonna have some gear here shortly. I'm waiting for it to hit, and then I'll be official. Like I guess that'll be my that'll be my business attire.
Right. And Destiny's been pretty busy. She's been busy with making shirts. She surprisingly has way more people ordering shirts than I expected for the amount of, like, I'm not doing any marketing. We don't have them in our Etsy store yet. They're all word of mouth orders. And I'm really surprised, but it's like, I told her, I says, hey, you want to make me some merch? I'm sitting here talking about it and I have like one piece. It's like, I had to make my own cup last night. I was like, damn, I want a coffee cup. So I had to make my own. I squeezed in there. I was like, I'm getting a piece of merch, man. I got everybody else's. I sit here, I drink out of Anthony's cup, which is cool. I like doing that. But I was like, damn, Anthony's even got a cup. I don't have my own damn cup. People have bought TBE cups from me. I ain't got a cup.
That's a good way to promote, what you do, and people could see what it looks like.
See, this is the one shirt that I do have. It's like, I need some shirts, I need some hats, I need some cups, I want some socks. I don't know why I want socks. I don't want socks, but we can do socks for people that do want them.
Yeah, they have there's like a long list of things that you can get made, and some of the stuff's like crazy. Like there's like shoes you can get done and stuff. And I was gonna put the air beard ones.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. You never know. I mean, it don't hurt to have it.
I can't remember what brand they are. They're like Martins or something like that. So
Yeah, you kind of look like a knockoff Chuck Taylor, right?
I can't remember what it looked like. It was either that or like sort of. I thought they were boots at first, but I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at them. Amazon's been dead today. I was hoping it would really kick up now because of it's starting to get really short in the season here for Christmas. And yesterday wasn't too bad of a day, I guess. I guess whenever you have like a $400 day and then you have like I think yesterday was like a $200 day. It's like a little bit of a disappointment, but just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm excited to be able to go out and get some clearance deals soon. I love the after the Christmas. Last year I killed it. Last year, but sadly, there was a couple things I just sent into Amazon that were items that were from last January. They're actually selling for decent money now. So Eric says his Amazon's on fire. Yeah, Jenny, we're gonna do a hang up today. I'm gonna say 3:00 probably is when we'll probably do it. Are you gonna be available today, Tommy?
Yeah, I got to pick up that aquarium 1:00 our time, and then after that, the play there. It's about 45 minutes away. So anytime after 2, I can guarantee to be back by like 2:00 our time, which is what, 3:00 your time.
Yeah.
And then in it, the flip, it says he'll buy a cup. Like said, they can go. What are your cups selling for, Nate?
I think they were $10.99 plus shipping, so I think it was $16.99. I think it was for the Let me double check. I think it was $16.99 for the regular cup, and then the color changing I think was $20. I think. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, the regular cup is 11-ounce cup for $10.99 plus shipping, so it's $16.99. And where's the other cup at? And then the color changing one, there's two different versions. There's a 15-ounce and there's 11-ounce. 11-ounce is $14.50 plus $5.50 shipping, and the 15-ounce is the 11-ounce is $14.50 plus $5.50 shipping, and the 15-ounce is $15.50 plus $5.50 shipping. So depending on what you want, there's two different options. The bigger one's only an extra $1.
All right. So
Okay.
I do $20 shipped on my mugs, and what I'll do today anybody wants a mug today, anybody orders a mug today, I'll do $17 for this mug right here.
Yeah, 11-ounce is like
these are 11-ounce.
It's like a normal size cup. The 15 would be like, they're
a bit taller, a bit rounder. I don't have any 15s. You want a 15, you have to buy from Nate. But I do these. I'll do these 17 shipped today only, though. If anybody wants one, just email me at thebargaineffect@gmail.com. Otherwise, we normally get $20 out the door shipped. So you get $3 off. Yeah, I ship mine $4.99 flat. If it goes out to California, it's like $5.25. If it's close, it's $4.75. Or we do a $4.99 flat. It weighs just under the 16 to get into first class. And I think that's the boxes I use. These are, what the heck are these? These are actually 5x5x5 boxes. This is how these come. We've shipped a bunch already, had no breakage, so that's how they come.
Jane says, I really want a hoodie, but I don't know how it would go wearing it thrifting. I think it would be fantastic. Everyone knows you're hustling.
Like I say, I want to I want some merch. So when I go out and I'm thrifting, I'll wear it thrifting. I'll wear it to auctions, because you're opening up a lot of doors. You're a billboard then saying, hey, I'll buy your shit.
Right. And to flip it, no, mine aren't from Teespring. Yeah, Teespring stuff, from what I've heard, is expensive, and then they take really, really, really long to ship.
I think it was Lisa C that said it took her like 7 weeks to get her mug she ordered through Teespring.
Yeah, like the one that Dee got, the estimated ship date's the 18th, so she should get it right before Christmas. Today's like the cutoff date for basically before Christmas. Deliveries. Yeah, it's definitely not Teespring. I'll throw my link in there one more time in case anybody missed it. If anybody wants to, it's appreciated, but it's not necessary. Everyone was doing merch, so I figured, what the hey. Yeah, no problem, man, to flip it. I appreciate it.
All right. Yep. And I dropped my email in there if anybody wants. $17 mug today only.
Yeah, Scott says mugs are great to sell on Amazon. FBA telling me we sell hundreds a month.
On FBA, see, we do customs though. Like if somebody wanted their name I gotta bring up my StreamYard so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Where is it? I lost it. Like if somebody wanted to throw their name on here, if they want it customized or whatever, we do that at no extra charge. So sending it into FBA would be hard to do that. we got to get it out. We got to put them on our Etsy store. We got,
Yeah, like if you made
bookstore.
if you made a couple designs and then shipped them in FBA, like for Valentine's Day or Mother's Day or stuff like that.
Steve says my Teespring was crappy quality too, color fading on the rim, and
Yeah.
you just got that just a few weeks back, right? See, we should have no color fading. You should be able to run it through the dishwasher. Just me, Kathy's had hers for a while now. She runs it through the dishwasher almost daily or every other day or something, and it looks as new as when she got it.
Shane wants to know if that he says you do any type of custom. Would you do cups with pictures of my dog on it?
Yep.
Yeah, he could do anything.
We just got orders yesterday for people who wanted puppy pictures. We can put anything you want on them. Anything you want at all.
The color changing originally, Jenny, it'll be black, and then it'll go white, and then you'll see my logo really, really pop. And then the handle, depending on how hot your cup is, will go all the way basically to the full thing. I have a couple ideas of something I want to do with the color changing too.
The color changing is cool. That's one thing we don't have yet. I mean, we just have the only mug option is the 11-ounce white. I mean, we can change the background color, but we're not going to change the whole color of the mug. But the color changing ones, I actually want to maybe order those in our next order. Those are pretty cool.
Shane says he's going to send you an email.
Yep, cool.
There you go.
Watch it for it.
He said, Scott said you could do custom on Amazon as well. I no longer do it. Custom is a pain in the buttocks.
But how would you do that? How would you?
I mean, you can do FBM and then still have the Prime badge, but I believe your shipping has to be like really, you definitely have to get it out that day. So you'd have to be either make them really quick or do it on a design that you would have, already kind of made up or mocked up. Jenny wants to know how much does it cost to make a custom mug, like if I only wanted one or two?
It'd be $15 for each mug, and then whatever the combined shipping would be on it. So I'm thinking yesterday that order for two. I'm trying to remember what the shipping was. I think it was like $8.50 for both shipped.
Yeah, Scott says he does. He says with your sublimination equipment, Tommy, you can make a full-time living on Amazon. That's what we do. I have been full-time for 5 years. And then he was saying about the FBM Prime. Amazon has a feature where people can upload their images, etc.
Well, I might have to get together and talk with you on how to do that. I love sublimination. It is like it's the best.
Eric, I'm gonna plan on going on at 3 Eastern. I'll set it up as soon as we're off here. Actually, I might as well start doing it now. I'll do it now. So this way people can go on.
Make sure I have. But
Schedule for later. What is this? By 3 o'clock. Oop, where'd it go? There it goes. 3 o'clock. Boom. All right, the broadcast is scheduled, so anyone who isn't subscribed to me, I'll put my link in the channel and come hang out with us.
Absolutely.
And then I have the shows on Wednesdays on my channel for anyone that's not subscribed, and I think Thursday this week too. I don't know if Anthony's going to be back in time for the Thursday show next week. I think he's still going to be gone.
All right. Into Flip It, I just sent your invoice out. And Shane, all I need is the pictures of your doggies. And then I will invoice you. I can send you an invoice out. Just email me back the pictures you'd want on there. And if you want any writing or anything, if you want to say anything, their names or any little phrase or anything like that, just include what you'd want on it. I appreciate the orders. After I receive what you want on your mug, I'll send you the invoice. Might be the same price, no matter what.
I'm also going to put I'm going to share my personal group on the entrepre-doers page, just in case anybody wants to join my Facebook page. Just, you see stuff with me, or easy to get a hold of me, that type of stuff. Basically, it's going to be I guess my own page for myself, or anybody who wants to post stuff or whatever. It's like a Everyday I'm Hustling group page, I guess.
The most pictures I can do, Destiny just did a collage that had a whole bunch of pictures, but the pictures are smaller. What we're working with is a 3.75, so 3¼ inch by 7-inch space. That would be the wrap. So if you wanted to design it yourself or whatever, see how many pictures you would fit in there and how big they would look, just go into paint and make that your thing and add your pictures to it, and you'll see how big they were, or they'd be. I mean, I can put as many as you want. If you want them the size of a nickel each, I can put a ton on there. If you want them, a couple inches square, I could get 7, 8, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Jenny. The Hustlers Hangout. At first, I was just doing it as just a better way of people communicating with me on Facebook, instead of everyone kind of being on my personal page. Because I didn't know if I wanted my personal page to go to everyone, but then I thought about it, I don't really do anything other than resell, so reselling is life.
That's all I do on my personal page.
Yeah, it's basically going to start converting to that too. So the page that I have set up for me will probably change to a Hustlers Hangout or something like that.
And Shane, if you'd be interested in kind of sharing how you're working that, I would love to chat with you more. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, email me, The Bargain Effect, Twitter. I'm on all of them. It's the Bargain Effect on all the platforms. It's real easy to find me. But I'd love to hear how you're like the process you're doing, or just like to know more if you're willing to share, or even do a hangout, video chat, phone call. Um,
I changed it, Jenny. I said Hustlers Hangout. Come work with every day I'm hustling. Try and use that to hopefully help me in the search results versus Rick Ross. I really don't want to change my logo and my name. I mean, like my YouTube name. I like my YouTube
I know
name.
it's cool. I love it. I love your logo and stuff. But man, if you just search it blind on, you're so buried on YouTube.
I know. I know. I've been like during work hours and everything. Like I've really sat back and like tried to really think of like a good combination name, like what to call myself or whatever. And I'm just having the hardest time, like putting two to two together. Where either A, it would be better in search, or B, I would be buried in search still. So it's like I lose. I'm just gonna say bearded guy 12345 is gonna be my name. So this way everyone can find me.
You'd probably come up pretty quick then.
Right? I would hope no one would be called 12345, especially at the end of that. Bearded Amazon guy 12345 coming soon. You find that aquarium you're picking up on Amazon? Or not Amazon, eBay, on Facebook?
I found it on Marketplace, yeah.
That's cool.
Dude, and it comes with what the hell's the name of the filter now? I can't think of it. But we're picking up the aquarium, the stand. I think it's it's not a huge aquarium. It's only like a 30-gallon or something. But I mean, we're picking it up for $30.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's aquarium, the stand. It's got like all the setting stuff, and it's coming with all the like care products, the water conditioners, it's got nets, the siphon vacuum for cleaning the bottom, and the filter. I can't remember the name of the filter, but the filter itself sells for $89 used. Nice. You know, it's an external. It's not the type of filter that hangs on your tank. It's goes underneath, and I'm like, shoot, can't pass that up.
Sales to sales, so that should be called Line Beard. I actually messaged the people that make Line Tamer to see if I can possibly get a wholesale deal or a sponsorship, because I sponsor their products. It's worth a shot. Either that, or because that product is only made in the UK and it's distributed over here. So I had actually running low on it, and I actually had to look for it. And there's only two places I can find it. One's on Amazon for $9.99, and I think Walmart, like, I had it on there for $16.99, and then eBay had it for $12 something. So I need to get some cheaper prices. So I'm trying to go direct. Order a pallet of it and just sit on it for the rest of my life. Forget the worst case scenario. Maybe they'll send me some free samples because I'm so cheap.
There you go.
Oh, but I mean, if they would send me some products and stuff, and it was actually good, I would totally tell everyone about it. Especially if I threw it in the beard. The Lion Tamer has a special spot in my heart, and in my beard, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna see if I can get the wholesale agreement with them or something, so I can put on Amazon. Because I went on the Amazon site and there's only one FBA seller of it, and the other person was from the UK. I guess just another third party seller, and they were cheaper, but I have to wait like a week or 3 weeks. It said 1 week to 3 weeks for it to come in because it's come international. So. Yeah, I thought I paid a lot for it just because I got it at my at the place I got my beard trimmed and my haircut, but it really wasn't that much more. I paid $14.99 for it, so I thought it was like some crazy price, like an extra $10 because my person who trimmed me up probably made a commission. She probably made a couple bucks, but boy, that's expensive. It's good stuff though. I love it.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to get running out of here. These aquariums. It's this aquarium. I told the lady I'd be there on time, so I don't want to be late. So, you got anything else, Nate?
Hangout is scheduled 3 Eastern, and we're also doing another one on Saturday, which I'll schedule either during the hangout or after, just to see what everyone is going to be like, if they have time or not. But come hang out. It's fun. We get some work done. We have some laughs. If you guys have any questions and stuff, bring them. I'll answer as much as I can. I love helping people and talking, so come hang out.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna shut her down. Like I say, today, if I receive an order for this TBE mug by midnight, I will do it $17 shipped. So just email thebargaineffect@gmail.com, and with that, we'll get out. Probably catch you all later, I'm sure. Everybody have a great day, productive sales, and wish everybody well.
Later.